Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on the offensive side of the ball looking in the Tennessee Titans playbook today. Our formation is going to be gun, split, twins, and this is a very, very unique formation, being that we have two running backs in the backfield. And before actually I get into that, we do have, this is a little bit a unique perspective to this formation. There is typically a tight end in this spot here. Wiley here was the guy that would be, if you just come out in this in your base formation, it's going to be a tight end in here. But the cool part about that is we can actually sub offensive linemen into this guy right beside the running back here, or right beside the quarterback. So very nice if you want to go all in on the run game, which of course we're going to have a little bit of the run game in this scheme. If you want to go more of a run heavy look, that's absolutely an option there. But we will come out in the inside zone split. We'll just match with any nickel play, and of course we have like I said, the inside zone split, and then we're going to have the halfback off tackle. If you watch these videos enough, we talk about being able to attack the defense where they're weak, and the one way to do that is to have these different plays that attack different areas. So of course, we have our more of an inside run with the split, and then we have the outside run with the tackle. So if they're giving you a lot of room in the middle of the field to run the ball, we're going to take advantage of that. Unfortunately, they have Kenny Clark right where I'm trying to run. So I'm going to run away from Kenny Clark and, try to pick up yards that way. And the zone split can be a very good run too. See if we can't. 75 has been getting, 75 has been getting just not good. Still pick up at least a few yards there on the run game. One thing about this formation that I wish it had is definitely a run to the left here. So of course we can't quite attack that, but we are going to do that in the pass game. But as for the run game, super simple. Man, oh man, still picking up a few yards. Hopefully you have someone better than 75 on your team, and he doesn't just get pushed into the backfield every single time. This actually might be a good look. We're trying to run off like the right shoulder on this inside zone split, the right shoulder of the right guard here, and see if we can't do that. He actually did a pretty good job climbing up there, pick up 4 or 5 yards. But of course the run game isn't what we're all here for. We want to throw the ball down the field. So let's go ahead and just get into these pass plays. First one here is going to be corners, and we are just going to be running smash on both sides of the field, on the right side of the field and the left side of the field. But if you want to get funky with this play here, what I like to do is I like to streak DeAndre Hopkins, my outside receiver, and then I'm going to put Tony Pollard on a flat. The only bad part about this year, and I think we go over this in almost every video as well, you get an animation for every single adjustment you make. Anytime you put a guy on a streak, anytime I put Tony Pollard on a flat, you get 2 animations for that. In years past, that wouldn't be the case, but this is absolutely the way I like to set it up. They blitz from that side. We're going to just throw the ball to Tony Pollard and break up a big run. And this is obviously one you can just run stock as well. I mean, you can block up your running back if you don't want him on the block and release. And yeah, I mean, you can just run it stock. Of course, we're going to throw it right at Jair, right? Yeah, it's right at Jair Alexander. Probably not who I want to throw it to with the tight end over there. But I mean, you had Calvin Ridley on as a man beater as well on that little bit of a corner route. Pick the right play. That also helps. See if we can't get Calvin Ridley open here. Yeah, we do. We do a pretty good job. I thought that wasn't even Calvin Ridley for a second. But the idea is obviously we're going to be trying to pull the zones down into the flats, with our hitch and and this guy running into the flat, Wiley running into the flat. Trying to pull these zones down, opening up the corner route in behind them. Corners, though, super simple play. Really not a whole lot to it. Probably my favorite way to set it up, though, is just bite the bullet, do the 2 audibles, do the 2 adjustments to your play, and, really get it how you want it. And I mean, that's going to free Calvin Ridley up. Got a little bit messy there. I think Hopkins got chucked off the line there, but that's all right. Ended up getting the play off. Here we actually do get, this looks like an all-man, just a man blitz here probably. So another thing you can do in this situation is just put Pollard on your running back in this case, just on a triple option route. He's going to sit against zone. He's going to break it off against man. So just another option here. Boom. Well, of course he's going to get there a little bit before. Can't throw the ball to him. I probably should just threw the ball to the hook to the hitch over there. But I was trying to show off the running back route. But that's obviously another thing. And of course you don't want to be a robot with it. You don't just want to put him on the flat every time. You don't just want to come out, streak Hopkins, put your guy on a flat every single time on the play. You want to be able to switch up your adjustments and attack what the defense actually has vulnerabilities in. We don't just want to be calling plays for the sake of calling plays. We actually want to have intention behind what we're trying to do here. But again, man, just run and smash, very, very easy. And they are just blitzing the hell out of me. The Mayo Man is looking like real life right now. We do end up getting it off. That was a little bit tricky, a little bit tight of a pass there. Again, that might be one where you end up streaking Hopkins anyway and then putting him on a triple option and setting it up something like this and, run it out like that. Boom. I don't know why in the world he broke out that way. I mean, I would have went to the left there, but regardless, corners, very basic play to start this pass scheme. Real quick, I just want to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel. I think something like 80% of the people that watch these videos aren't subscribed. So on your way out, hit that subscribe button for me and check out the rest of the channel. If you enjoyed this one, a ton of the content is very, very similar to this. Mini schemes, the gameplays, it's all scheme oriented, trying to make us better Madden players at the end of the day. And I don't want to interrupt the video too long, so let's just kick it right back. Next one, post halfback corner, and this is going to be the big hitter out of this. Post halfback corner, of course your halfback is going to be running the corner with two double posts on the outside. And all I like to do with this one is just drag my tight end. Again, trying to pull these zones down by the time he gets there, freeing up Tony Pollard in that corner route there. And just as we run this here, a lot of the times Tony Pollard, as you see there, he can just kind of get lost in the sauce. 56 didn't know what in the world he was doing. He was looking down at the drag, and that's exactly what we're trying to set up here. See if I can't. There we go. Perfect. And you can just see he comes down. He think he's going to play with Tony Pollard, and he doesn't. He ends up just leaving him wide open, and we get a big play out of the deal. And a lot of this can get, this looks like just a regular cover 3, but it's going to be a match concept here. So like this deep zone, he's going to run with DeAndre Hopkins when he crosses face, and that is going to free this up a lot of the times as well. So it depends on what coverage they're running in behind, if they're just running a non-match or whatever the case may be. But still, he can get in behind those purple zones as well, just like a regular corner route. See if we can't hit there. So they run a little bit of man. If we were able to hold on to the ball a little bit longer, Tony Pollard probably would have freed up down the sideline there. Kind of felt the pressure coming down the pike there. But again, just setting it up. See if we can't hit Tony Pollard again. And I mean, just a lot of the zones get just very mixed up. It's going to take an intentional opponent to try to stop this. You're not just going to be able to come out here with stock coverages and stop that. It's a very tough route to cover, and a lot of the times users end up even covering as well. There you see they still had a guy pass off coverage a little bit, still able to complete the pass over the top there. I was going to say underneath, but still able to complete the pass over the top there to Tony Pollard. And again, I mean, this is probably, one of the better routes. I mean, yeah, I definitely could have threw it to him there. But I mean, hey, I can't throw it to him every time, I guess, right? But this is certainly the money play here. And of course, if you see these two high safeties, you see the middle of the field open. The posts are absolutely there as well. Actually, the backer does a good job of getting depth. And we're still able to complete the pass there. I think that's Eric Stokes. Is that Stokes? Yes, sir. Still able to complete the pass over him. And, I mean, you can just see it. Let's talk about, we see these middle field open. Let's start there. This guy does a really good job of getting depth and taking away. That's where we would be trying to throw the post anyway. So, okay, we have to come off that, come off that easily. And here, we don't actually get Stokes to come down and play this drag. But this route is just so good and it runs so deep that the regular zone drops aren't going to be able to play it anyway. So they're going to have to play their zone drops at, these are probably default 10 yards. They have to play them at 15, 20 yards, to kind of keep the top on and not let that happen. But again, if that's a little bit too risky of a throw for you, we do still have the drag coming underneath that was wide open the entire time. Could have threw this at pretty much any point in the route. And they're going to play these zone drops. They're going to play over the top. So it is going to free up stuff underneath if you're hitting these routes down the field. And there really isn't a crazy amount of adjustments to this. I know I really like to put the tight end over there on the drag, but if you really want to get crazy, you can obviously just streak them and really try to, push those safeties back, trying to free up Ridley on that. Of course, we do get nice man beater there. Wasn't quite ready for the blitz. And let's see if we can't get one example here of just the tight end really kind of clearing out these routes for the post route. And that kind of held 29 there just long enough, but sort of the middle of the field opened up as well, and we were able to hit Calvin Ridley there. So let's get into this last one, PAF slide. And really, I'm going to block up my running back. I don't want that animation. I don't want the, put the ball into his stomach there, put the ball in his belly and pull it out. I don't want that animation at all, so I'm just going to block up my running back, or I'm going to do something else with him. You can put him on a swing to the right, and, that's kind of where he was going anyway, right? He was just going to the right side of the field on the flat. You can put him on a swing to the right and then kind of look, something like this. Still have the post route over the middle of the field. Wish he wouldn't have got hit there. Still able to hold the ball long enough and, hit a really big one over the middle field to Calvin Ridley. And I really like this scheme as sort of a beginner-friendly type of thing. There's not a lot of adjustments. We're throwing the ball to, very specific windows. We're trying to dial stuff up and, with intention. And we're trying to throw the ball to these windows here and see if we can't hit Calvin Ridley on the big post. That was a weird throw. I'm blaming the Mayo man on that one, man. But PAF slide, very simple play. Let's block up the running back on this play. Have a six-man protection, right? A five offensive linemen plus the back, and you can just see. Let's actually take our B here, and that's what we're trying to do with those two routes. Sort of just flood that left side of the field and kind of high-low. whoever's going to be over there, sort of make them pick and choose. Can't guard both of these guys here, right? Our tight ends ends up taking the zone, pushing it out, freeing up our guy underneath. PAF slide, though, really good. Another one to really just work the ball down the field. Again, we see that kind of the middle of the field open. Well, I mean, hey, if they're going to give us the tight end, coming across the field like that, we will take that every single time. And a lot of times that does happen, right? We've been trying to sneak them, run them on a corner route, run them on a shallow drag. Here, this one goes a little bit deeper for the tight end here, a little bit more down the field. So it's just a little bit, that little bit of variation makes a big difference here. And, running it again. And boom, he's going to get in behind those zones, and that is just going to be a huge play down the field. And good Lord, man, this guy gets some crazy truck animations. I'll tell you that. I will tell you that for sure. But yeah, it just gets a little bit more down the field here. I mean, we see, kind of looks like maybe a cover 3 look. We only see that one single high post safety. So let's sort of see what we can do here. Of course, I mean, we will take that every single time. Our guy gets bumped there too. The defender gets bumped as well on the way over. And a lot of the times that can just happen too, right? Trying to cross face with, the rest of the defense. We're already in a leverage position. We saw the cornerback, running across the field. He's playing way outside. Let's actually just go to the replay super duper quick. He's playing super way. Oh, actually, same thing for 81 as well coming out of the backfield. But these two guys are covering our tight end and our tight end out of the backfield, I guess. So we are already at a massive leverage advantage. Maybe you've been hitting the corner out on them, so they're trying to play this way. They're trying to play their guys way outside and whatnot. We already have a huge leverage advantage. Going over the middle of the field. And then that's exactly what happens. We just 85 and 81 just end up running away from them. These guys get lost in the wash, and we end up getting a huge play out of the deal. So we'll just run it one more time here. I will lock up my running back and just kind of try to attack this middle of the field as well. Can't quite get there. Let's lead that ball down. Still in very easy completion, coming across the middle of the field. And if you play a little bit more on time there, get on the ball and do a little bit more space, even more time to, or even more of a chance you can, create down the field and, bust a tackle, make a bigger play off of that. But that is all I have for this one, guys. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, check out the rest of the channel. If you like this one, you like these mini schemes, check out the rest of the channel. We have a ton of these offensive, defensively, in every single different playbook. We haven't done every playbook so far, but I'm working on doing every playbook, and we've gotten to pretty many of them so far, but still working through it. So yeah, check out that stuff if you enjoyed this one. If you enjoyed this one, you'll probably enjoy those ones. And yeah, I don't want to ramble too long at the end of the video, so I hope you did enjoy, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Later.